What I'm going to talk about with you in this video is a little secret that music schools don't actually teach you. It's not about learning music or writing music or gigging music or playing music at all, but this little secret will actually get you more gigs, more opportunities in the field, and it'll make you seem like a really nice and genuine person because you will be. Now, I know what I said in the intro, said it's not really about music, and I know it sounds a little clickbaity from a title, but if you saw the thumbnail, you know what I'm talking about is called being empathetic. Now, what exactly does being empathetic actually mean? It's different than being sympathetic. Sympathetic means that you feel bad for the person and you feel pity for them, and you kind of just show your emotion that you feel bad for them, which is what all humans do, or most humans do. You're going to feel bad for somebody when, a family member dies, or you're going to feel bad for them when a gig got canceled that we're really looking forward to, right? That's kind of what being sympathetic actually means. But being empathetic is a whole different ballgame. It's so different. Being empathetic is being sympathetic and raising it just a little bit, by a little bit, I mean a lot of it, and really putting yourself in the person's shoes, really understanding what they're going through. Now, you might be thinking, this is not going to help me be a better musician. This is such a clickbait title. And again, it's not clickbait, I swear. It's not clickbait because personally, I've had these experiences with people who shred. They are really great musicians who really work themselves in the practice room and train themselves to be really great at doing what they do. And they're just really solid musicians. However, they don't get gigs, they don't get opportunities because honestly they're assholes and people don't want to work with them. Now, why are they assholes? They're assholes because it's all about me. It's all about them. They think that people are going to come to them because they're such a great musician, when really no one wants to work with them because they don't budge. They're not going to meet people halfway. They're not going to really work with the people. They want people to come to them. That's not how the music world works. Now, a little side note, I'm actually a social worker. I just play music on the side for fun. Maybe I'm a fraud for having this channel, but I'm a social worker at heart. I love working with people. When I was an undergrad working as an intern for social work and also being the assistant director and student director for Jazz Combo and working with other people while composing, I realized that you need to understand where people are coming from because people are not like you. You can be a great musician who shreds, puts the time in, and does really great things and is really successful to an extent, but that's not really what it means. That's not how you're going to make connections in the field. Yes, by being you, you'll be successful, but you want to work with people, and people hopefully want to work with you if you're not an asshole and you're not going to, fuck them over if something happened. I really want to talk about this because we are in the midst of a pandemic, and honestly, if you see my channel, I've been trying to work with people and make collaborations to post on my channel to make sure that people are getting some sort of closure and music closure when this pandemic is still taking place. I'm not a great musician. Some people might not even think I'm a good musician. I think I'm a good musician, but that's just me. I'd say I'm solid. I can work my way around a keyboard. I can work my way around a trombone, but that's not what I went for in school. I'm still trying to be the best as I can be. I'm not top tier by any means. But people give me the opportunities that come to me because I understand what it means to be in other people's shoes and to really understand what they're going through. And musicians, I think a decent amount of them don't get the opportunities that they have because they're not empathetic. Even dating back to high school, I was the leader of the pep band and I led ensembles. In undergrad, I was the assistant and student director of a jazz combo like I talked about before, and I've worked with people in different states with composing, worked with my professors and students doing stuff on their projects. Even before the pandemic took place, just before anyway, I was the conductor and pianist for a musical that was supposed to happen, and I got the call 2 weeks prior because somebody trusted me to take that spot. Now, why are all these opportunities coming to me when, one, I was not a music major in school, and two, I'm not the best musician around? Why are these opportunities coming to me? I can tell you right now it's because I understand what it means to be with these people, and I've built those connections over time by being understanding of where people are coming from. It's really hard for me to get mad at people. I feel like for me, I just understand where people are coming from, and even though I want things to be on a schedule or I want things to be the way they are, I know that not everybody is like me, and not everybody's going to do what I want them to do at a certain amount of time. Now, they're not walking over me. That's a different topic in itself. I know they're not walking over me. I know that they have struggles, especially during the pandemic, about how to make money and how to raise a family. I worked with people who are 18, who are just under 70. I have a great friend who's a drummer who I think is just under 70. I try not to age him. I'm going to say he's a little under 70. Hopefully he doesn't get mad at me for that. But he has his own family too. People have families, they have lives, they have houses to attend to. And being willing to work with people and to understand where they're coming from is going to be so huge for you, because they're going to want to work with you in the future if you understand where they're coming from. If you're going to get mad at them for stuff that most of the time they can't really control, they're not going to want to work with you because it's out of their control. They're not going to want to spend the time with you if you're going to get mad at them for things they can't control. I went into a circle right there, but it boggles my mind. People don't understand this. Like I said, I worked as the student director and assistant director of the jazz combo at my school, and I had to play the tunes, I had to arrange the tunes, work with people. I wanted certain things to work a certain way, and I was very understanding of people if they couldn't work on something or if they were having trouble with something, right? I think I only got mad at somebody one time. I wasn't even really mad. I was just kind of annoyed. But to be honest with you, like, I had a director who came before me who was a student, and no shade to him. He can really shred his instrument and he can really work on what he's doing, practices really hard. But when leading an ensemble and when working with other people, he was kind of mean. He really was focused on himself, and nobody wanted to work with him. People thought he was mean, which sucks because, you know, he's a great musician. I think he could have done really well, but if you're going to be mean to people, they're not going to take your shit anymore. They're not going to want to work with you. When I came in as a director, I really took the social work mindset of being empathetic with people and understanding where they're coming from and turning it into something positive and something they could work at. And I really think I elevated the band slightly. I'm trying to be humble, not take all the credit for myself, because it's a team effort, it's a team band. But I really think that being empathetic, understanding where people are coming from, will elevate not only you, but the people around you. And that's the important thing. When people see that you can work with other people, not be mad 24/7, and really lift people up, they're going to want to give you opportunities. That's why I have the opportunities that I have, because I understand people have lives, and people are kind of in the mix of something else right now with the pandemic and whatnot. But even before the pandemic and even after the pandemic, you can't get mad at people for stuff they can't control. So in the long terms, music schools are going to teach you how to play your music, gig, and whatever. But if you can understand that being empathetic and understanding where people are coming from is going to elevate you, you're going to have such a better time in life. People are you're going to get so many opportunities with gigs. Even though you might not be the best player, they're going to know that you're reliable and that you will put in the work. That's the kind of thing that schools don't teach you, is that you can be the best musician out there, but if you're not empathetic with people and you don't understand where they're coming from, they're not going to want to give you the opportunity, because they're going to think you're a dick. They're going to think you're not worth their time. That's why if you're not the best musician, if you are still practicing like how I am, you're going to get opportunities because you're going to be very personable towards people, and they're going to assume that you're going to know your stuff because you understand where they're coming from. They're going to want to understand where you're coming from. Does that make sense? It works both ways. It's super simple to understand, in my opinion. So yeah, moral of the story, if you understand where people are coming from, they will want to work with you. And you're going to get many more opportunities than people who can actually shred their instrument. Because you can play all you want, but you can only take shit for so long, and people are going to tell you to F off. And then they're going to take maybe you in there, and then understand that, hey, This kid may not be the best at what he does. However, he's not going to give me shit. I'm not going to give him shit. It's going to work both ways. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you take this and run with it, because I really think that it's going to change your life as a musician. If you liked the video, please give it a like, leave a comment about what you think about the video, subscribe if you want more content, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.